you know. And I'm like, nah, like Trey was doing that at a younger age than that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we gonna be real with each other, let's not be lying to each other. I'm listening. Mm-hmm. You're right about that. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, I was like, you know what? I really can't say anything because I just feel like because of my experience with being a young man, it's too it's too different. So I gotta let y'all figure that out on your own. Let me not keep talking about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I get that much. I guess my main point is the fact that like, yeah, I kind of let them have it because it's really not a big deal to me. But it's still like you talking about a 17-year-old boy and you're saying to get on the plane. Yeah, you can, but it's still like so. And I didn't tell her not to. I like let me put it this way. She said it sounded like it ain't gonna happen. All right, that's cool. And I kept it moving. I did not fight her because she's ain't my lady. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I ain't try. Yeah, you need to make him go. No, I ain't telling that. If she was like my friend, I would have like, man, girl, bye. Go ahead and make it happen. What you doing? So you gonna hold his hand when he's 25? That'll be the conversation I'll be having. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's by himself. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is the fact that he should have been got on the plane one time in his life. Mm-hmm. They country. They're from the country. So I give them that. You know what I'm saying? That's like if you think about BJ and Quinta, that's more or less. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. You gotta be worried. Yeah. You gotta worry a little bit. Yeah, I ain't got no issue with being sidelined. I guess like my biggest thing is the fact that it's like I feel like with young men, women don't like a man who is not connected, who's not experienced. And as much as they like to think that like women like to help out, y'all don't like helping out like that. If I gotta build them, I don't even want them. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, if I gotta build this man, like why do I even want to do it? Yeah. Yeah, you right. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I ain't got no issue with that. I was just saying, like, when it comes down to it, though, it's opinionated or not. You know, I just feel like it's kind of sad that you treat this boy like he's still like 10 years old. That's my biggest thing. And then eventually he's gonna have to be in the world by himself, and you know his mama want to try to hold his hand, you know. And I don't know about you, but you know, most men who are really worth something, they have to go and do things that make them uncomfortable. You can't always do stuff that make you comfortable. So, yeah. Well, I mean, the whole thing is, it's not even. I didn't have the conversation with him. I got you. I didn't go into great detail with him. You know what I'm saying? I just, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I got that much. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Well, it was, I really called, I called Sheena, and she was happy to be on three-way. She had me three-way, and she was talking about it. And, you know, for the most part, like, I stopped myself from telling her, like, damn, man, you're too old for you to be cuddling like that. I didn't go through that detail with her. I was just telling her, like, how old is it? 17? Like, okay, all right. So let me not say anything. I was on the side out there. I was really young, so I don't know how it is. I don't know what she did going through that. We had arguments about that. So, you know, I get it. You know, I was kind of like that was my, yeah, that was my tempo. I wasn't over here saying like, what the hell? I ain't had it kind of, I didn't shit. You know what I mean? To me, it's like, I'm not saying it's assaulting, but it's like this thing here, like, why you keep, like, I don't even, what I'm saying is, what makes her land she got. You know what I'm saying? Because her land. You know what I'm saying? And then the one reason I'm mad at my father is because my father didn't understand was that was where I was gonna get in part of the land. I'm not gonna lie. And what I mean by that is when my father tripping and acting like that, and Trey was good, he fucked up a lot of my plans. Because granted, I was be over there like, hey, this is my land, but at this point it's like my father over there, you able to get your little peace of mind at the house. I'm able to sit back and knowing my wife is cool, but it just been just the both of us. You know what I'm saying? And it's just us. And whenever we ready to move back home, at least then we have a place we can stop by at over there, and whatever we need to fix up, we can fix up. And the trailer's movable. Speaking, we can always move this trailer somewhere. You know what I'm saying? But instead of that being it, guys that too high city trailer. Oh, home. This is gifted land. Instead of that being the case, now it's like, but what I'm saying though is, now that it isn't the case, she talking like this, and I'm sitting here like, bitch, you want them papers? Cause she don't understand. And when she start talking about splitting, I'm gonna be ready to split. It's gonna hurt my feelings, gonna hurt her feelings. But if you talk about it, you can't unring the bell though. That's the thing she not understanding. Because once I feel like I'm not wanted, then I'm gonna act like it, and then I'm like you doing in my house. Oh no. Chris was not on the phone. This conversation happened when she was coming back, when she was coming back from Thanksgiving break. You know what I'm saying? There's two different conversations. Like that right there really broke my heart when she started talking that shit and she don't realize it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, and then she started texting me. I just feel like it's fucked up that I can't be open and honest with you and talk to you. And I called her right when she started talking. I'm like, it's not that you can't be, it's just that if you're gonna talk about it, let's be real about it and say that you're the one bringing this shit up. I'm not bringing it up. I don't want no split. I don't want no whatever. And honestly, I want this baby. It's not that I couldn't make it happen. It's just that I don't see the child. If I was gonna make a baby and she's like, you can have a baby and come back to me. Bitch, if I was gonna do that, you're gone. That makes no sense. I'm not gonna have a baby with another woman and then in my head, in my mind, knowing I'm coming. That's not gonna happen. If I was to procreate with somebody else, you're gone. There is no us. It makes no sense. Yeah, unless that's the she not. Yeah, that makes no sense at all. She was talking that shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, so you really talking about splitting up? She was like, you can have a baby and come back. Like, what? If I have a baby by somebody else, I'm trying to make my whole life about that person. I don't want it to be one of them things where the child just feels like, you know, getting pushed here and there. No, I want it to last for long term. But I mean, the thing that that makes no sense at all. Just so I can be a weekend dad. That makes no sense. And I feel like with her, she not really catching that, like, you know what I'm saying? Or she really don't, I don't know. I feel like what she doing, she trying to deflect. She don't want me, like kind of like she don't want me to help out with what she got going on. Just so it's her and her family only. The thing is, you know your brother ain't shit. You know that he ain't gonna do half the shit that I'll do to help out. Hello? Hello? Hey, what up? Okay, I figured so. Such. Well, sometimes it's like you got on the charger now though. Yeah. 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 Okay. After a while, he shouldn't have to get. It don't take it's that much to be done. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Gotcha. I mean, it's part of life. It's going on by 11 now. You know, my whole thing about it though is the fact that you know, I'm the wrong person threatened to talk about leaving though. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm an ugly nigga, so that's really one thing she not understanding. Like I just know that want you to know like you can move around. If I wanted to move around, I would have been moved around. Like, what are you talking about? If you want to move around, just say it. You know what I mean? Like, just say it. But at the same time, I know how she is. She's very indecisive. We in different boats. If I was to have one, I ain't got no issue with it. It's just that it's like the way I look at it. If I wouldn't have one with Ashley because Ashley was too not have like she didn't have a driver's license, so I canceled that out with her. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, if I was gonna have one, it would have been around that time. You know what I'm saying? 25, 26. You know, that would have been the time I would be thinking about it like strongly. At this point, I don't want one because of the climate of the, of America. That's the real reason I don't want one right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really does make a difference. Because right now, if I have to go to that school and deal with whatever, and I know the way the school system is, I'm gonna have to be a teacher at the school. Whatever school. So my child's in elementary, I'm somehow working elementary. Cause I gotta keep an eye on my baby. You know what I'm saying? But I mean I wouldn't mind, but it's like you're more worried about it than I am. And it's kind of like, let me worry about that shit. If I was worried about that shit, then you worry about it. What I'm saying is she been going hanging out with her friends, going out of town on a regular basis. And, you know, I kind of promote it. And because you've been going out with them, you've been having these different kind of thoughts, and you looking at these dudes probably giving you a lot of attention. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, that's what dudes do. They see a fine woman, they gonna give you a lot of attention. You ain't even gotta be a dime. And I ain't saying she ain't a dime or nothing, but what I'm saying is when it comes down to it, dudes like shoot, they shoot at fives like they tens. You know what I mean? Like you ain't got a little fine for a dude to shoot at you. So that's it. So they hyping your head up, make you feel like, you know, you hot shit, and they don't know you. And then you gonna come home to me thinking that my dude's just one way. And it's like, man, look, man. Like if you really want freedom papers, just let me know. Just so I can get my affairs in order. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like it's gonna hurt my feelings. I'm gonna be fucked up for about 6 months. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not one of them dudes, man, she can lead them all. No, I'll be effed up. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But I'd rather be effed up for that than have you feel like you don't want to deal with me and you rather be with someone else. Let me know. You know what I mean? But she's a spoiled rotten, bro. I just feel like because she's the only girl, like she has a sister who's really not her sister. You know what I'm saying? Not by blood, just by relation as far as they adopted her. She has technically an older sister, but it's still not her blood sister. She's the only girl and with 2 brothers, you know what I'm saying? And because of that, I feel like the sister come around. She more appreciative because you gotta think about it. If you are a child of somebody and y'all really ain't related, and let's say that, like, you know, the only real reason why you around is because, like, you were dang near adopted in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like an adopted sister because your original parents didn't want you. You know what I'm saying? You know, since you gonna be better than the actual real sister and brother, you're gonna be more appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, she ain't talked about like that. Yeah. She don't talk about it often. She's like a second, like a afterthought, not the main thought. But that's what tends to happen. But the thing is, she's still appreciative of what she got going on, cause like, you know, the family ain't got to deal with her. This by choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's, you know, so I don't know. I just feel like when it comes down to her and her not appreciating me, you know, she about to go to France and everything like that. She keeps talking about how, like, you know, I really don't want to go there. This is good. You know, I'm like, hey, man, with this kind of economy going on, man, you need to stick to your job if you got one. Then she's going to France. You know that she's about to go to France in a little bit. Yeah, for a job. Yeah, she's going to France. Just like 2 weeks. She over there talking about some, I want you to really know that you want to be with me for long term and da-da-da. Girl, you talk to the wrong dude about freedom papers. And when you about to go to France. You know what I mean? Because what you not understanding is, if she never mentioned period, I wouldn't think about going out and exploring. But since you mentioned it, she about to activate the Randy gene. You heard me? At this point, I'm like, well, shoot, let me go ahead and see what really is out there. You know, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and take a couple $100 out there and see what could happen. Instead of me just trying to get on the phone with you and try to get you to send me some pictures of what's going on. Because it really pissed me off when you talking about leaving me. You know, it's just so casually. Because like last time when she talked about that, I broke up with her when I was in Maryland. You know what I'm saying? She was over there talking like, you don't contact me, da 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 da. And I was like, look, you gotta understand, I ain't one of them dudes where I gotta always talk to you on the phone, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. I ain't used to seeing my father like this. It's been years since I seen him. This is like when I ain't see them in like 3 years I ain't seen them. So like I ain't seen them about three such years, bro. I'm not gonna be on the phone with you all day while I'm hanging out with them. That's not how that works. And she just really wanted to like take all my time away. And I've always been a person for like it's toxic when someone cannot let you relate to your family. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hanging out with my family and you over here trying to force me to bother me. No, this not gonna work between us. You know what I'm saying? I explained that. I got over that hill with her, and now I seem like it's another hill going on. You know what I'm saying? How Theo doing anyway? Oh, you probably don't talk to Theo. That's my boy though. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Kind of missing our loud self. He ain't appreciated, and I understand. I understand. Yeah. Well, my main thing is the fact that it's like when he was talking about that splitting up and getting his own house, I just felt like that was the dumbest thing for him to mention out loud. You can think that all day, but don't say that out loud, my boy. That was like really stupid. Yeah, that's stupid. That $2,000 could be going towards paying off a house. He's there and you know pay you like 25,000. You can think about giving some kind of ownership. Don't mean you're gonna give it to him, but you think about it though. The dude talking about some, I give you like 40, 50,000, 30,000, something. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he messed that up. I ain't saying going back, but I'm just saying he ain't playing his cards right. Mm-hmm. When you ain't great and I'm doing bad. Yeah. 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 It really make you feel like you're not appreciated too. That's the main thing. Nah, you talking about leaving me? The fuck? I'm over here. I'm over here shell shocked. I'm like a turtle. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I get you. You trying to get back in good graces. It's like not even deal with you out. And then it's like the thing is like what she not understanding is like you are like she is supposed to be a safe space. And granted, I'm not out here trying to hang out and have fun because of the Trump administration. I'm not gonna front. Trump administration get me nervous because if I was square straight laced like DJ, my job is at peril. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if I was in Houston, man, they would have fired me already because of the way I talk about, the fact that I say fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? They not gonna fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a very red state. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, they bet against their own self-interest. And I'm one of them people to mention it and talk about it. In Texas, I'm not the only person who talks like that, think like that. You know what I'm saying? So in Maryland, I could make it, but if I was in Texas, I wouldn't be able to make it because, like Uncle Pete, I love Uncle Pete. I can tell you very simple. You know what I'm saying? Like Uncle Pete, I was talking to him a little bit about it. He had nothing really to talk to me in return about what I was talking about when it comes to Trump. He goes, oh, really? Okay. Like that was his whole turn where it's like, well, I got mine, I ain't worried about everybody. That's the way he thinks. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to thinking about the person who ain't got it going on. Which I think about the people who got it going on. Cause technically speaking, if I had my mind stay like Uncle Pete, love him to death, if I had my mind stay like him, I wouldn't care about nothing. You know what I mean? I got my own little 3 acres and whatever I got going on, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, you gotta figure it out on your own. You know what I mean? So I get where he coming from, but at the same time, I'm not like him because I be thinking about like people come behind me, like rallying them. You know what I'm saying? When you like young and you trying to make it, and you know, cause you heard of Job Corps. You know they doing their best to get rid of Job. I think they already got rid of Job Corps and Job Corps gone. Are you familiar with that? Yeah, I mean, I got you. But I'm just saying, Job Corps is one of them things where it's supposed to help out people, who don't come from like middle class families, who like, you from the gutter or whatever. Job Corps is supposed to be the thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like you supposed to go to Job Corps, and in a sense, you can learn all kind of skills that's supposed to come with a place like Job Corps. I know some people went there and they learned how to work on, just this technician type stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's supposed to house you, and really, it's like school, but just for technical stuff. Become a technician. So when they get rid of that, how they got rid of it is kind of, they try to get rid of it in like February. That's when they first start talking about it. Like people kind of pissed off to make a big roar about it, but I don't know if they still got it going on. I need to check and see if they still do. But long story short, is cutting off the ability for someone to come from nothing to make something. And it was only just to help out people to keep their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, why pay them? Why do that? And then people like, Job Corps ain't worth nothing. I'm like, bro, even if the system ain't great, at least have something. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all got all this stuff, all this animosity because things ain't working, but y'all not thinking nothing is worse than having, you know what I'm saying? Something is better than nothing. And y'all just over here just trying to limit these kids' opportunities. And it's sad. Very sad. Yeah. Man, this pipe ain't going in. I'm over here trying to put this pipe in, and it's not going. It's not bonding well. This thing is when they be like when you ever got to work on something, You think it's gonna take 5 minutes? Nah, it's gonna take longer than 5 minutes. Say righty tighty, lefty loosey. And I'm like, shoot, had to get some stuff, man. So, you know what some it is? I figured some of it is just a mechanic place.